Welcome to tonight's presentation of the Pro Basketball Association. If you want pro, you want the PBA.
Welcome into the PBA Game of the Week. Gary Ade, Paul McKeskey, presented by K-Swish, the official apparel company of the PBA. Great to have them aboard. Good to be back. It's been a couple of weeks. Good to be back with the Game of the Week. And we have a good one today, Paul, as we get set to watch the Lancaster Thunder take on the Detroit Panthers. Major playoff implications. Only two teams make it from each division right now, and the Lancaster Thunder come in at 6-2 atop their division, trying to hang on to that. Meanwhile, Detroit at 5-3, right in the thick of things, needs to win some games. This is an important one for both teams, and we're a few minutes away from tip. You see Lancaster in their blue and yellow jerseys with the Panthers of Detroit wearing those white jerseys with the gold numbering and black trim. So very aesthetically pleasing arena, good sponsorship, and they've done a great job with the TV graphics in this one. This is going to be a fun game, Paul, and it's an important game for both teams.
Yeah, like Gary, as we're mentioning here, only the top two teams advance to the playoffs in the PBA. So the Lancaster Thunder are trying to keep their number one spot that they fought all season for. And the Detroit Panthers they're tied for third in their conference. So they're trying to move up 1 to 2 spots, probably realistically just one spot, the second spot, to get into the playoffs. And we're in for a really tough battle. Both teams want to make the playoffs, and it's going to be a good one tonight.
One thing we've seen in previous matchups on the Game of the Week, Paul, has been that sometimes there's been a disparity in depth in terms of roster size, where one team would have a full bench and another team might only have 6 or 7 or 8 people. Neither of these teams are going to suffer from that today. Both teams have very deep rosters, a lot of representation, so things like foul trouble and, God forbid, an injury or fatigue or whatever matchups, both of these coaches are going to have a lot of options at their disposal. How does that change as a coach, your game plan, when you have more guys on your roster?
Well, like you just mentioned, Gary, you're not afraid of foul trouble as much, so you might take a little risk in the first half of playing a guy that maybe has 3 fouls already. But also, it's up to those teams and those coaches to know how deep their bench really is. Even though there may be 5 or 6 players sitting there, only about 2 or 3 might be you might feel confident putting in the game and in a competitive game. But like you said, fatigue won't play a factor. Foul trouble won't play as much as a factor. And coaches who usually go, I call it 8.5 deep. So their rotation is 8, and then they have another player that, depending on foul trouble and injury, they play a little bit or a lot. Now they can go to 10 or 11 deep, and that makes a difference.
It sure does. It also produces a conundrum when you're coaching against a team with a lot of depth, because you have to prepare for more things, especially if some of those guys, like you said, Paul, body count and player count are not the same thing. You could have a lot of guys on the team, but who do you trust in the game? But, when you have more guys, you're going to have likely more guys you trust, so you have more to prepare for if you're planning a defense or an offense. It becomes a lot harder getting ready for a game like that, I would imagine.
Yeah, and also there's another dilemma that fans out there don't realize. When you're a coach and you're sitting on a roster of 12 or 13, you're going to have players at the end of the bench. Everybody wants to play. Everybody wants to play the whole game, and it's just not feasible. You can't do that. So you're going to have guys that you're looking down the bench. Do I put them in? Do I not put them in? How do I keep them happy? Because, we're playing a game tonight, but you're going to have another game next week, and you're trying to keep your whole team happy. And sometimes disgruntled players at the end of the bench that don't get in disrupt your whole team.
Yeah, that's a good point, Paul. It really is. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get set for the opening tip. It's Lancaster and Detroit. Big game. It's the game of the week here on PBA TV. Alrighty, we're ready for the opening tip. Game of the week. Gary Ade, Paul McKeskey here on PBA TV. Teams jump, and Lancaster in their yellow and blue win the tip. Go into the lane, going at the basket. No good. Ball is chased down in the far corner, down to the top of the circle. Looking to attack, one-on-one. With the ball at the top is Smith. Smith now calling for it. It gets it down to the post. Couple of moves by the big man. Turn around, double clutch, up and in. Nice play from Rogers. And I believe they're going to call a foul as well.
Really nice. Great. Rogers got great post position, then gave him a little Hakeem shimmy and got him going the wrong direction. Went up strong with the left hand and an old-fashioned in-one.
And Paul, you're old enough to remember what that actually means.
Yeah, for young people out there, look it up. Look on YouTube. Look up Hakeem Olajuwon on YouTube.
First offensive possession after the missed free throw for the Panthers. In those white uniforms. Crossover dribble, step back, three is up. Off the back of the iron, rebounded on the weak side by Lancaster. Good board by Braddock.
Yeah, good rebound, but unfortunately the outlet pass was a little awry.
Well, yeah, no one's scoring free ball.
You got to take care of the ball when you get that board. Great rebound, though.
So that will give the ball back to the Panthers, who will try to even the score at 2. Holding in, looking for something is Burns. Now picks up it, puts down his dribble. Keeps the dribble with the right. Nice attack into the lane. Good dump off pass. Ball fake is up, and an obvious foul will send them to the line. So a big move there by Burns, creating the offensive scoring opportunity for McClurkin, who had a nice ball fake and earns himself 2 free throws.
Yeah, and if you'll notice, Gary, the Detroit Panthers have the all-time numbers for minor league basketball. They have 0, they have 1, and they have 3. That's what all the players want.
And they got 0-0.
And they got 0-0. He's not in yet, I don't think, but we'll see him later.
That's my favorite number ever. Just because it's so different.
That's your Christian bias.
That's it. And nice free throws by McClurkin. Makes a pair, and we're all tied up. Some pressure defense being applied. Good job dribbling out of the trap, and then falls down, and we have a tie-up, and they're going to call a jump ball.
You know, it looks like the Detroit Panthers are going to pressure and trap a lot this game, at least from the looks of their starting defense. But we'll see as the game goes on.
So we have a jump ball. The jump is won by Detroit, but it goes out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Lancaster. You know it's always rough when you win, but you lose at the same time. Story of my life. Down low again. Nice entry pass. A clean layup. That was a great pass from the top of the circle.
A nice seal there. And it looks like Lancaster is going to look at going inside a lot to start this game, which is smart, I think.
Not that you're biased.
No.
Driving into the lane. Missing off the glass. Ball is collected off the backboard. But trouble getting in the way, and a steal by Detroit. Good defense, never giving up. A wide open 3 is good from the far corner. What a play from Detroit. I'll tell you what, that's the type of thing that can really turn things around. And I believe it should be 5-4 right now, Detroit, waiting on the updated score.
I think he stepped out of bounds on that shot.
They're going to call that out of bounds? Oh.
Yeah, I think he stepped. You know, the old step, negative step out of bounds on the sideline. You see a lot in basketball now. Drives the coaches crazy.
So it's all that for nothing. That was an excellent sequence for Detroit. Now, bad shot. Looking to draw the foul, but not getting it. And coming back the other way is Detroit going at the layup. No good. Rebounded initially by Lancaster and tipped out of bounds by Detroit. Will stay Lancaster basketball. Lancaster Thunder, 2-point lead. A lot of defense early on. Now they're looking down low, looking at a post position, but good fronting defense from Detroit. Instead of long 3, no good, but an easy cleanup and put in. after the miss by Perry.
Yeah, as we see, they are looking inside, but they swung the ball for a three. Didn't get it, but they got the rebound put back.
6-2 the score. Panthers trying again, and this time it's good. That is their first field goal. 6-4 early on. 3 minutes gone by in the first. Back down dribble. And a bad pass. It's picked off in the passing lane. Going the other way. Going up for a layup. No. But I believe we do have a foul called. So good defense. Playing the passing lane and grabbing the steal is sane. So good job by him.
Yeah, and it started with the pressure on the basketball. You can tell right now Detroit Panthers are a pressuring defensive team, trying to cause the offense mistakes, and so far this game they have.
So they're going to call that foul on the floor, so no shooting foul, but obviously ball to the Panthers, looking to make something happen. A three is on the way, short, ball tipped in the air by both teams. They'll say last touched by Lancaster. Good job by the officials with a clear signal. Downs, and they do. Now right back to the inbounder. That's a nice play, but good defense collapsing. There was some contact, but that was just a good play all around, Paul, for both teams.
Yeah, defense forgets about the inbounder, so he stepped in and got a little pass back.
Good recovery by the defense to thwart it after an initial breakdown. Little jab, step, fake, crossover, step back. Now a three from the corner. That one's short. Offensive rebound on the weak side. Put it up and in. What a play.
Yeah, it looked like J.C. Wade got the rebound back and took that.
We're all tied at 6. Lancaster hasn't had a field goal in a little while. Tried to correct that. Goes to the corner. Short corner jumper is good. Nice play. Conversation. Detroit brings the ball across midcourt. Wade finds a man. Nice spin into the lane by Sane, I believe it was, and he has it taken away. And here comes Lancaster the other way, going into the lane. Gets it down low. Nice pass. Good finish. And a bucket for Rogers.
Nice pushing the ball quickly, getting it into the post to the big guy running the floor. Good bucket.
For an entry pass, and that's taken away by Rogers, and he throws it off the hands of the initial intended target, which is Montague. Lancaster basketball.
There's Detroit picking up full court again.
Conversation down low for the inbound, and here's Detroit. Yep, right into the picture. Right in the front court there is Wade pressuring the ball. Keeping the dribble, getting it across the timeline is Williams. Now gets it off. Now has it nearly stolen, and Detroit does come away with it. Good recovery, but not enough. It's 2-on-1, and it's a Detroit basket. There's more of that pressure you've been talking about, Paul. Is trademark of Detroit.
Yeah, defensive pressure will cause mistakes for sure.
Fast-moving game to get things started here in the first, about halfway through the quarter. Driving into the lane is Williams, blocked from behind. And it will stay Lancaster basketball. 10-8. Lancaster at 6-2. Detroit battling for their playoff lives at 5-3. Big important game for both teams. Lancaster loses, and they kind of get cast down into the scrum, as they say. Really in trouble, so this is a big game for both teams. A jumper, what a shot! Right under duress, doesn't matter. 12-8 Lancaster. One-on-one defense being applied. Top of the circle now off to the left wing is Williams. Williams for Detroit gets into the lane, has it tapped away, but it goes out to Wade. Wade with the dribble, goes around the screen, keeps his dribble, in and out, behind the back, now gets caught up, looking for something, tries to force up a shot, and nearly made it. Ball is tipped in the air a couple times. Detroit retains possession. Good pass off. Nice finish by the big man. Nice play from Detroit.
Yeah, staying with the play, not giving up on the play, and they got a bucket out of it.
Montague on the bucket, and it's now a 2-point game. And some clapping from the coach on the far side. Usually that's a distraction tactic.
The old clapping coach.
Yes. So out of the timeout, Lancaster will inbound in front of the scorer's table on the far side. Looking to get it in. They do. Purdue receives the pass. Gets it back to the inbounder. Looking at one-on-one. Little handoff. Nope. Keep it. Now go down to the post. Nice move on the block. Wow, what a play. Scored by Rogers. Rogers has been a force early in this game. That's his third field goal. And it's 14-10 for Lancaster. Now on the other side, Detroit looking to make something happen from the wing. It's Williams. Williams gets it to the top of the circle. Getting into the lane, kicking out. 3 is up. A little short. Ball is rebounded by Lancaster and then nearly taken away from Rogers. Rogers is upset. Detroit's upset. Coaches are upset. And the ref doesn't give a crap. Sounds about right. Lancaster will have the ball. Purdue gets it. Gives it right back to the inbounder, and up to the court we go. Up the court, rather. And now across half court, back to Purdue. Purdue, top of the circle. Coletti with the dribble, now hands it off. One-on-one, looking to make something happen is Williams. And that goes out of bounds on the far side. I'm going to say last touched by Lancaster. Close game. 3 minutes and change to go here in the first quarter. Detroit walking the ball across. Looks like Wade. Wade with a couple of dribbles. Nice hard crossover. Gets it to the lane. Met by Nicoletti. They're going to call a foul. I'm not sure where. It looked like Nicoletti was straight up, but they're going to give him the foul.
Yeah, he could have came down with his arms on that one, though, Gary, at the end. And that's a kind of nemesis for big guys defending them. They stay straight up for a minute, and they think they are, but then they come down with their arms and create a foul. Not really fair to the big guy, but that's how it happens.
Well, basketball is not fair to the big guy.
Life's not fair, Gary.
That's right. All these cars, they're made for you little people. Couple of missed free throws there. Missed opportunity for Detroit. Here comes Lancaster across the timeline. Harassed. Nice move by Williams. Gets to the lane. Finishes with the left hand. Nice play.
Good job showing the left hand, yeah.
No doubt about it. Ooh, now getting away to carry there did Wade. Controls. Looking for something. Now gets to the top of the circle. Baseline. Top of the circle jumper is no good. And taken away by the Thunder. Thunder into the half court across the timeline. Now into the lane. Williams goes at it again with the left hand. Blocked from behind this time. Nicoletti gets the rebound. Tries to go up. Nice defense applied. And now another rebound by Lancaster. Man, fighting down low is the little guy. Wow, what a play amongst the trees.
Yes, once again, staying with the play, battling with the bigger guys, getting the rebound and getting the foul.
Have it there, number 25, Jaytwan Williams, a 6'2 guard from Warren, Ohio.
It's so important for guards to rebound for teams. Everybody thinks that the bigs are rebounding, that's their job, but when guards and wings get in the act, it makes you a very dangerous team.
There's no doubt about it, because a lot of times those guards are also your best passers, so you might be able to get a secondary fast break when you get a guard rebounding.
Yeah.
Back out of the timeout. Here we go with Detroit. Ball fake, now cross court. Nearly went into the backcourt. Retrieved, though, at about 30 feet. Now Wade lost the handle, gets it back, has to force up a shot, gets it off the back of the iron. No good. Offensive rebound again, and this one's good. Nice play down low.
Yeah, I mean, a little over dribbling, I think, out of the top of the key, but The big fella grabs the offensive rebound, goes back strong up to the basket, and gets the foul and the possible end one, old-fashioned way.
Marcus Montague. Where's number 7 for Detroit at the line? Hits the free throw. Under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. 5-point lead for Lancaster. Nicoletti in the front court. Hands it off for Williams. Williams around the handoff. Gets it down low. Big man looking to make something happen. Kicks it out. 3 is up. Off the back iron. No good by Miller. Taken by Detroit. Here they come across the timeline. Into the lane. Picks up his dribble at about 18 feet. Nearly loses it. And then he does lose it. No signal yet. I think it's going to be Lancaster basketball.
Yeah, just a little bobble out of bounds. On the other end, though, Gary, it was a great dribble handoff action up the top, but really the option was to get it in the post, which they did, and they kicked out for an open three. They just missed the shot. So not all good shots go in, and not all shots that go in are bad shots.
Little philosopher, Paul McKeskey right there.
That's right.
It's the Vegas philosophy. Nice pass, good back cut, and a nice swing. What play from the team offense of Lancaster that ends in a bucket.
Really moving the ball, pass the ball, and playing unselfish basketball. Very nice.
That was probably the best offensive sequence we've seen from either team yet today. And Lancaster goes up 7. Trying to answer is Detroit. They get into the lane. No, it's a little bit short. Ball is tipped. Last touched, I believe, by Detroit, although no signal yet. No, they're going to say off Lancaster. Looking to get it inbounds. It's a tough spot to inbound from. They do get it in, and now nearly taken away, but the inbounder is able to recover, getting into the lane, going with the reverse and finishing. Nice play from
nice
Jason
Euro
Wade.
step.
Yeah, it sure
Very
was.
nice Euro step. Yep.
20-15. And now Miller has it nearly taken away. Recovers it, gets it to the quarter, and wide open 3 is up. Rolls around, no good. Offensive rebound taken down off the glass by Lancaster, and they get it off and in. I believe that was Nicoletti on the finish.
Great inside passing there. And Detroit is doing great pressure defense, but you got to rebound the basketball at the end of your defensive possession.
That's it. Doesn't stop until you get the ball. Lancaster with that 7-point advantage, playing defense here for what might be the last possession and the kickball. So nearly a steal, but off the foot. That size 18 or whatever got in the way, I guess. So we'll have 18 seconds off the inbound. Inbounding it is Williams for Detroit. Gets it in and gets it right back. Clock is ticking. Williams going one-on-one. Now puts the ball on the ground. Gets it low. Now goes to the other side. A little bit out of focus. Here we go. And looks like Wade getting into the lane. Kicks it off. Missed the layup. Missed a tip-in. And that's going to do it for the quarter. So a couple of point-blank misses to end the quarter for Detroit here on PBA TV. All right, quarter number 2, PBA game of the week. Just on the way, Lancaster on defense, attacking and going to the basket and finishing. Nice play from Detroit out of the gate, and they cut that lead to 5.
Yeah, attack right off the bat. That's what they need to do in this quarter to get to make this game flip-flop to their side.
And another steal and another basket, and they inadvertently gave that first basket Detroit scored to Lancaster at first, but they did adjust it, so it's the correct score, 22-19. Lancaster tries to answer with a 3, no good, rebounded by Detroit, and here they come. Coming out like a house of fire to start the quarter. And they go into the lane, no good. They're going to wave off one of the other baskets for Detroit. Not sure why.
Yeah, but you'll see that Detroit has come out with their intensity on defense, forcing the action, and right with about 30 seconds into this quarter, they have changed the momentum of this game right away.
No question, Paul. That's a great point by you. Absolutely no doubt about it.
And a lot of times, Gary, that comes down to coaching at the break, at the end of the quarter. Detroit's coach got on them a little bit. We need to pick up our intensity. That's our game. and they really showed well here coming out of the quarter break.
There we go, and the free throw is good. They did add the points back from that previous bucket, which I thought was a valid bucket. So Detroit,
Yeah.
in these first 20 seconds, to your point, Paul, has scored 2 buckets off of attacking defense, forcing turnovers, and now converts 2 free throws. So in the span of 20 seconds, they've cut a 7-point lead to a 7-point deficit to a 1-point deficit.
That's what people that watch the Olympics and things can see exactly how momentum can change, and the game can be an 8-point game, and now it's tied up almost.
No question. Nice crossover dribble, kicks it out. Miller will try a straight-on 3 and knock it down. Big shot from Cameron Miller.
Very nice by the big guy.
Very fluid shooting motion for Miller, Paul. Very smooth, no wasted motion. Very
No
textbook
hesitation.
shot.
Yeah.
Step back 3 is up. Back of the iron, no good. Tipped, but taken by Lancaster. They throw it up ahead. Breakaway dunk or layup, and there it is. Lancaster with a quick answer. Now they're back up 6. Long 3 from the wing. No good. Ball tipped and taken by Lancaster. It was off the miss from Williams. Here comes Lancaster. Now nearly stolen by Williams out of the hands of Miller, but they'll call a foul.
Yeah, that's great adjustment on defense. Cameron Miller made that 3, and now they're going to get up in his grill and not let him get a shot off.
Very smart. Miller catches the ball, gives it back on the handoff over to Holloway. Holloway attacking, kicks into the corner, has it nearly stolen, but instead a gather, shot, no good on the pull-up, missed off the back iron by Lancaster. Here comes Detroit into the lane. Stutter step, now out to Wade, near side corner, kicks it to the wing. Now a little floater in the lane is short. Good rebound on the offensive end. Way to stay with it.
Really did a great job swinging the ball, looking inside, getting it to him. He missed the shot, but he got it back in the offensive glass. Nice action.
Good job by McClurkin. It's a 4-point game. Lancaster tries a short jumper, and it rattles home. Nice play from that short corner, back to 6. Detroit tries a 3. A little short. Rolls long, and 3 guys fighting for it. You're all on the same team. What's going on here?
Yeah, that wasn't a very good shot by Detroit.
Holloway around the screen, gets all the way to the lane, lays it up and good. What an attack from Holloway.
So a bad shot by Detroit leads into bad defense, a non-efficient defense in a layup.
31-23. It's now an 8-point game, largest lead so far for Lancaster. They were up 7 after 1. Crossover dribble, nice floater, good soft touch, and a good finish by Williams.
And that was better, attacking the rim and making something happen by Detroit.
31-25. Holloway at the controls. Screen set by Rogers, goes away from the screen, now goes to Rogers. Rogers puts his head down, attacks the basket, leaves it long. Ball is tapped multiple times, finally taken by Detroit. It's 2-on-1 the other way. Miller is back, trying to go around the big man. Good defense from Miller to make that a tough shot, and Lancaster clears. Here comes Holloway into the front court. Stutter dribble, goes to the cutter. Nice finish in the lane, and they're going to say offensive foul.
Charge! Great position. Great position by the defense. Took that charge, took it on the chin, and got the ball back. Really nice job.
A lot of action, Paul. If you're into a game of pace and constant movement, basketball is your favorite sport if you like that, but this game in particular is a good example of that.
And it's good organized transition, not just helter-skelter
Yes,
pickup ball.
that's a good point, Paul. Very good point. All right.
Because you'll see the transition, the floor is spread, they move the ball for the most part, and that's just good basketball, and it's fun to watch.
It's very fun to watch. I've always said, as much as I love football, as we get ready for some free throws here, I don't really understand how basketball is not, in this day of like constant action, low attention spans, constant motion, how basketball is not far and away the most popular sport in America. I really don't get it. I mean, it's the picture-perfect sport for those with ADD. I mean, it never stops moving. I mean, I'm a perfect example of that. It's why it's my favorite sport. I don't have an attention span, and I don't have to have one with basketball. It just keeps on going.
And just to get that point across, hockey is becoming more popular in the U.S. because of that action.
Yeah, but it's still 1-0. So a lot happens for nothing to happen.
But a lot's happening, Gary.
There you go. All right, here we go back at the ranch here as we get set. Lancaster will try a 3.
Gary, people are getting hit in hockey. There's fights in hockey. Come on, Gary.
Yeah, but no one scores.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Oh, man. This is a good lesson. Never get in an argument with a guy who's bigger than you. This is a dangerous thing to do. Good take by Detroit, and they've cut it to 3. Cross-court pass. Dangerous pass. Now down low. Looking to make a move. Good use of the body. Good strong shoulder, but no. Good defense. Here comes Detroit. It's 3-on-2. Going to the lane. Soft off the top of the window. What a finish.
Did they take the ball out of bounds? That looks kind of weird down there.
This whole thing has been weird. This is a weird couple of minutes. Hustle all over the place. This is the valuing into what you were talking about before, Paul. These last minute or so has been very much helter-skelter.
Yes, they need to get back to regular basketball.
A little reset here. A 1-point game. Detroit attacks. Easy layup. He missed it. And then an offensive rebound is no good. Wow, that's a tough miss.
Yeah, Gary, I'm not, you're kind of noticing, we talked about Detroit's full court pressure and their deep bench, but if you see here in the last minute or two, it looks like Detroit has heavier legs. They're a little bit more tired, not finishing their layups, and Lancaster has taken advantage of that.
Yeah, that's a good point, Paul. You're right. And that style of attacking is why it's very difficult to execute over a full game. Now a quick trap, and good, well-executed trap, but they do get it away. Foul was called, I think, before the pass.
Yeah, a little bit too much physical play in the trap action.
5:03 to go in the half, 31-30 here on pbatv. All right, we're back after the timeout. 31-30, 5:03 to go in the half. Gary Aid, Paul McKeskey here in Lancaster, Ohio. And the Panthers playing that defense you were talking about, Paul. Maybe not in the full court, but certainly in the half court. A lot of pressure. Now another steal here almost, but it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, very active hands, very aggressive defense. And Lancaster has to be solid with the ball and make solid passes.
It's one thing to break a full court press. That's pretty, you want to get behind it. What about when people are trapping and pressing and pressuring you in the full court, in the half court rather, as a nice follow-up there from Lancaster? How do you break that half court pressure?
Obviously, there's less space for the defensive guard, so you have to really move the ball. And move the ball side to side, make the defense shift and move, and then attack from the second or third side. By that, I mean you swing the ball back side to side 1 or 2 times, then you attack the defense when they're in motion and moving.
Difficult to do against a team that executes that half-court pressure very well.
And now when you see, even like the Milwaukee Bucks or some teams in the NBA, they're getting longer, taller, longer defenders, so they eat up that space with their length in a half-court setting. It makes it very, very difficult for an offense to get, it's almost like you're trying to catch a breath. You got to catch your breath, and they're pressuring you and pressuring you. You got to catch your breath to move the ball.
33-31, and for those of you who maybe didn't catch the reference, as Detroit makes the second free throw, they cut it to 1. Paul, of course, a 14-year NBA career, a lot of that with Milwaukee, so certainly was happy to see his old team finally hoist the trophy.
Nice to see a small market team win the NBA championship. Very good for the league, I think. And for the Milwaukee Bucks.
That's right. Every person in Milwaukee was there to see it.
It seemed like it.
All right, so 33-32. Wade, handling, pulls up, tries a jumper, no good. Tries to pull the act, and I think it might have worked. A little bit of Hollywood here in Ohio.
That drives coaches crazy. Either he sold the call or your own player steps on his foot or doesn't like him. Fouling a shooter is a crime in basketball. Fouling a 3-point shooter is a felony. That's good. That's good stuff right there, dude.
I love it. I think you gotta put that on your mantle, Paul.
Or in my coaching book.
Yeah, well, exactly. That could be the name of the book. Fouling a shooter is a crime, but fouling a 3-point shooter is a felony, by Paul McKesson.
I think I'm writing that down as we speak.
Do I get credit for the foreword for helping you
Sure.
solidify the idea?
Yeah, you get a little byline.
All right, perfect. I love it. Sounds good. All right, so 33-33, all tied up. Going down low. Nice pass and an easy layup on the backside for, it looked like Miller. Oh, no.
Great ball movement there, Gary.
It
Great
sure
ball movement.
was. And it was actually Nicoletti, on the finish. Nice pass cross court from Purdue. Short jumper for Detroit. That one rolls out. Rebounded by Lancaster. It's 35-33. Ooh, I think he got away with one. But no call. Williams now, nice find down low. Good double clutch and a finish through the contact. What a play.
Nice drop step by, I think that's Alvin Braddock. Great drop
Braddock,
step.
yep, Alvin Braddock.
Yeah, great drop step there. Nice post play.
6'7", 250. Big guy.
Could be Mr. Braddock. We'll see.
Hey, a little foreshadowing. I like it.
Throwing a jump hook there and here and there, you could get that.
In and out. 4-point game, Lancaster up. Detroit with the ball. Back and forth game this whole game. Very competitive start to finish. Getting into the lane, trying a little floater. No good by Wade, taken away. And here comes one-on-one for Lancaster. All the way to the cup. Put it in. What a play from Williams.
Good way to push the ball. Nice, effective transition.
Williams, an explosive player in those transition settings, Paul. A guy you really want to stay in front of.
Yeah.
Easier said than done. One-on-one, Detroit. Looking, probing, no good on the floater. Rebounded. This is where it would be very clear I don't belong anywhere on the court because I'd be like, hey, give me a ball so I can get it out of there. That is going to be free throws for Detroit. Looks like Montague at the line.
Yeah, Montague made a nice move in the paint and got fouled. So it's important to convert your free throws, and it looks like he's a player that can do that. As I speak, the announcer jinx and he misses a free throw.
That's a real thing. The announcer jinx. It's a very real thing. And we have a rebound. Up court. Nice finish. Easy bucket for Lancaster.
Lancaster is really changing direction and getting transition buckets. Easy transition buckets.
2:24 to go in the half. 7-point game. Lancaster up. Ooh. All I can say there is ooh. Now Troy battles and gets tied up down low. So we have a jump ball. And a lot of you said, Paul, a lot of motion, a lot of guys moving side to side, and that is a consequence of the style of defense that Detroit is playing. I mean, you called it. I mean, it's like you know what you're talking about or something.
Maybe. After 20 years of playing and 20 years of coaching, but you have to move the defense, especially when they're pressuring you, and attack on the second or third side. That means the weak side. And that's so important. And Lancaster is doing a very good job of it. And the other thing, Gary, you don't beat pressure by dribbling. You beat it by passing because the defense can't catch up to your passes.
It's a saying that every coach will always repeat. The defense can't keep up with a fast-moving ball. Now here's Lancaster trying to rebuild their lead a little bit after it gets cut by a couple, but now a turnover. Bank shot is no good. Well strong. And rebounded by Purdue, who tries to go cross court, and another turnover. That's 2 in a row for Purdue, and this one leads to a layup by Detroit, and it's now just a 5-point game.
And the defense by Detroit is picking up the pace and making them turn the ball over.
41-37, make that a 4-point game. A little behind on the scoreboard. That's all right. Now into the lane is Rogers. Has his shot well contested. He misses it. Back the other way. Detroit tied up by Purdue. And it looks like we might have an injury. Ooh.
Yeah, that didn't look good. It looked like he planted on his foot, and something gave way, his ankle or his knee. It looked like he was grabbing his knee, and you just hate to see that. Even, the people in the stands and the other team, and even the referees, you see concern there of when someone goes down like that, it kind of takes your breath away. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, that did not look good. It looked like an ankle or, dare I say, an Achilles to me. I'm certainly no doctor, but
yeah, usually, Gary, when you see an Achilles, the player will look behind him like someone kicked him in the heel. That's what it feels like, or stabs him. That's what it feels like. It looked like he grabbed his knee or his ankle on that one.
It looked like an ankle to me.
Yeah, could be right. And, you hope he just turned it pretty bad. He can get up and kind of walk it off and get some ice on it, so he'll be okay in a week or so.
But we'll take a break, and we'll be back after this. All right, we're back. And you see the injured player being helped off the floor. Still no word on who that was, but
we just hope he's okay, whoever it was. Not a good thing to have a teammate or another player on another team helped off the court. But it looks like they're not taking him back to the locker room, and they'll probably put some ice on that, and hopefully he'll be okay to return to action in a week or so.
Yeah. So we'll see. Try to help them go down and sit down. They do.
Sometimes, Gary, in this situation, it's tough for a team when your player goes down like that to recuperate and stay aggressive. We'll see what happens with Detroit right here.
Yeah, and I guess the silver lining in this is that halftime is around the corner, too. So it's only a minute 30 left in the first half. Detroit down by 4 as we resume action. Lancaster with the ball. 1-on-1, Holloway tries to float a pass down to a cutter, does, and a nice layup. Good finish, good pass, good play overall. Braddock on the finish. 6-point lead. Detroit looking to answer. Good screen set at the top. Looking to pull up, good defense recovery. They get it right back to him. He'll try a 3, top of the circle, and good. Nice shot from the top of the circle by Williams. Now a 3-point game. Under a minute to go in the half. Holloway at the controls, walks to the cross midcourt, met there at the top of the circle and fouled by Williams. They had a foul to give.
Yeah, not a bad play here. Let your defense get set.
We'll have Williams inbound it. Looking for a guy. And he finds his man. Top there is back to him. Right back to him, Williams, after a quick touch from Richardson. He'll try a 3. Does Williams. No good. Rebounded by Detroit. Well up ahead of the field. Good lead pass. A little bit far, though. And it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, not a very good shot by Lancaster there. They were lucky to get out of that without a long pass layup at the end of that.
May have been a long pass layup if it was just the pass was a little long.
So they need to really get under control, move the ball, and get a good bucket here.
38 seconds to go in the half. 3-point game. Lancaster up and has the ball. Holloway will bring it across. Met now by a trap. Gets it cross court. Nice open jumper. Goes short. Offensive rebound is good. What a play on the board. 5-point game.
And now Detroit's on the other end of this. They need to get a good shot in the bucket here to go into the half up positive note.
5-40. Green. Far side. Now a three is up. Well long. And coming the other way on the run out is Lancaster. Williams leaves it long. An offensive rebound is good, but did it go in time? They say it does. It counts. 47-40.
That might have been a little home cooking there. I'm not sure about that clock.
A little home cooking. All right, so that will take us to the half. We'll be back after this with the halftime show on PBA TV. All righty, welcome into the PBA Game of the Week halftime report brought to you by K-Swish. Paul McKeskey and Gary Aid here with you. And Paul, we watched a really exciting, upbeat first half. Unfortunately, there was some injury there, of course, near the end of the half, which was unfortunate for Detroit, but still a good game so far. 47-40 is the score. Lancaster with a 7-point advantage, and Detroit will be inbounding when we come back. But what did you think of the first half? Some quick takeaways.
Well, I think it was, like you said, Gary, a very good first half. It got a little sloppy in the middle of the second quarter, but as we pointed out in the first couple minutes of this game, it looks like the Detroit Panthers are a full-court pressure, trapping defensive team that wants to get the game up and down, maybe a little helter-skelter, which they have done at times. And Lancaster is more of a move the ball inside out, kind of not old, a little bit of old school basketball where we get it into the post and kick it out for our threes. So in the second half, it's going to be important for both teams if they're going to continue on that trajectory that the Detroit Panthers they're creating turnovers, but they're not necessarily turning into buckets. They are in a little bit, but they need to do that in bunches to turn this game around. And Lancaster has to do what they've done so far. Stay solid, move the ball. You don't beat pressure defense by dribbling. You beat it by passing, and that's what they've done so far. And a number to look for the Lancaster Thunder in the second half is going to be assist-to-turnover ratio. So they don't want to turn the ball over. They want to, if they will move the ball like they are doing, they're going to get layups and buckets. Those are assists. And then you don't turn the ball over. So if they can keep their I don't have the stats specifically, Gary, but I would say Lancaster is probably at a 3-to-1 assist turnover ratio, which is very good. If they can keep that up, they will win this game.
One of the best teams in the league this year at 6-2. Wouldn't be a surprise if they did. That's the thing about them. They're a very good team, and so is Detroit. So we should be in for a good second half. You heard it from Paul McKeskey. This has been the K-Swish halftime report. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, start of the second half. Gary Aid, Paul McKeskey here on PBA TV.
Baby, getting buckets, boy. What we do? Stay quick playing.
All righty, we're back with the call of the second half. Lancaster with a 7-point lead. Detroit with the ball. And we are off. Gary Aid, Paul McKeskey here in Ohio, and Detroit looking to cut into that lead. They'll try a three. No good. Rebounded by Lancaster. Lancaster across the timeline under some duress. Gets it in, kicks it out. Driving down the baseline. Floater is up and good.
Interesting move by Lancaster, Gary. Right there, they came out in the second half in a zone defense and created a transition offensive layup. And they're in the zone now. It's going to be interesting to watch.
Good ball movement by Detroit to try to break that zone. And they do get it at the top of the circle. A wide open three is good for Sane.
Yeah, you pointed out right there, Gary. Excellent. They moved the ball and got an open three, and that's what you have to do against the zone to be effective.
So it's 49-43. Rogers with the ball for Lancaster, gets it off onto his left. Looking to make something happen is Pierce. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Detroit. Now near side. Nice cut down low. Good defense. What a play from Rogers. And it looks like we're going to have I don't know if that was considered a tie-up or if they called a foul there, Paul.
Yeah. It looks like a foul, maybe. He's going to shoot free throw. I agree, Gary. It looks more like a tie-up to me. But either way, Detroit is doing what they need to do against the Lancaster zone. They're moving the ball. They got an open three last time, and this time they hit the big guy in the middle of the zone. That's how you attack a zone, by moving the ball and attacking the middle of it, and they got a foul out of it.
So the first free throw is good from Montague. It's 49-44. And Montague makes the second.
No announcer jinx there, Gary.
None. I am jinx free today, Paul.
I'm
No, you're 0 for 1.
I'm one for one.
That's right. Guess it depends on your perspective. Williams
Exactly.
looking for Nicoletti, finds him. He'll try it. Nope, no pump fake. Nice cut, but a bad pass. They do recover it. Back to Williams, cutting down the lane, drawing contact, and he'll head to the line.
Yeah, I mean, I like the cut. I like the. But in my opinion, the refs bailed out Williams there a little bit. He was out of control, flew in there, ran into a body, and was shooting free throws. I think the NBA is going to clean that up a little bit this year for guys like Harden and Trae Young in Atlanta, throwing their bodies into people and getting to the free throw line.
It will be interesting to see how that actually plays out and gets enforced. That was the big news during the initial part of the offseason when they typically announce things like rule changes and enforcements of different rules and whatnot. So that should be something to keep an eye on early in this upcoming NBA season, which is, a couple months away, as Williams makes a pair.
Well, we're talking about that. Congratulations to USA Basketball coming away with another gold. People weren't happy about stuff and didn't think but they got the gold, and they're coming home with the gold.
What is it with people trying to eat the gold medal, though? I don't understand that.
I think that's when you make sure it's real gold is when you bite it. Personally, I don't know because I don't have a gold medal. I don't have much gold laying around my house, but I think that's what that's for.
Is that what that's about? So if you bite it and it feels a certain way, it's not hard plastic?
Yeah, if your teeth can bite into it, it's not gold. It might be chocolate covered gold. I don't know.
Bad. First free throw is missed.
People in the PBA that are watching this you get entertainment in many ways with Gary and I.
Yeah, we're double trouble. I mean, and Chris, the commissioner of the PBA, is crazy enough to keep trotting us out here every week.
That's right, baby. Keep it going.
Hey, whatever works. Nice shot on the second free throw by Montague. He goes 1 for 2 there. And it's a 5-point game. And
it looks like, Gary, that the Detroit has backed off a little bit of their pressure defense right now.
Yeah, you're right, Paul. That's a good, excellent observation by you. A good screen at the top. Williams kicks out, gets into the lane. Nice floater attempt, but left it a little short and to the right to Pierce. But an offensive rebound. Lancaster tries a three, and it's way off. But a weak side rebound is good. So it was almost like a 3 pass to Braddock, who puts it in.
Yeah, that's when you're on the bench. You say, "Nice pass."
Yeah, nice pass. Oldest lie in the book.
Yep, and the guy looks at you and says, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Good catch. And a foul is called on that catch.
That's same thing, Gary. When you miss a shot badly, you either act like you got fouled or that your hands were wet, one or the other.
Yeah, or you say nothing but net. I've said that plenty of times, but I haven't scored many points, so you can figure it out. Far side. Detroit tried to get into the lane, and it's taken away. And they're going to call a reach-in foul, I believe. Ouch.
It looked like you just took that ball from him. I don't know about that one.
As it stands, it's a 7-point advantage for Lancaster. 7:22 to go in the third. He is up. And it's good. A nice shot from Detroit. Williams with the bucket. And it's back to a 4-point game. Now the other Williams kicks it into the corner. Pierce will try a three, and he leaves it short, but a rebound put up and in by, looked like Richardson there, Paul.
It looked like Richardson being alert around the basket. You never know when you get a little cheapy like that, and that's important in the game. Keeps him in the game.
What a block from Rogers! And it's taken by Lancaster. Wow, what a play. Now Rogers, tied up down low, uses the muscle and puts it in, and a stare down two. Man, what a play.
That could be Mr. Rogers, Gary. I don't know. Nice use of the left hand, man.
I'm always down for Mr. Rogers. Grew up on Mr. Rogers. That's a different Mr. Rogers, though. Good steal. And Lancaster tries to get it out off the steal. They do. Now they nearly turned it over. I think they might have.
Yeah, I think they got a little sloppy at the end of that possession and turned it back over.
It was a guilty conscience. That's what it was. They didn't want to be thieves. Gave it back.
Boom.
It's a 7-point, make that an 8-point game. Lancaster, the largest lead of the night.
And staying in that zone.
Yes,
defense.
they are. Another three is up. This one's short. Rebounded off the front of the iron by Lancaster. Here comes Williams. Cut off right there. Nice defense. Actually, that wasn't Williams. Excuse me, Richardson. Now Williams. Williams gets to the basket. Tries to put it up. Leaves it long. Rebound by Detroit. Full court pressure being applied by Williams after that miss. Now a steal by Lancaster. Here they come the other way. It's 3-on-2. Coming into the lane and finishing on the nice runner. Looked like Braddock. And it's back to 10. It's up to 10, I should say. So out of the break, Lancaster on defense. Three is up, way off. Braddock with the rebound. Williams goes cross court. Looks like Pierce goes back to Williams. Williams gets into the lane, tries to double clutch layup, and makes it.
Yeah, for some reason that Lancaster threw that zone out in the second half, and it's having a big effect on Detroit, and having them take bad shots and really turn the game around a little bit.
Seems to have, as Lancaster has built a big lead, and Detroit misses a runner in the lane. We're halfway through the third quarter. Whistle.
For Detroit to get back in this game, Gary, they need to get back to what they were doing: pressure defense, rotating, and then at the other end, they need to attack the basket. Keep attacking the basket and getting buckets or putbacks or on the free throw line like they are now.
So it looks like Lancaster has brought in Cameron Miller, who played a big first half for them, hit a couple of shots, made a couple of defensive plays. Haven't seen him much in the second half. Where's number 00?
Your favorite number.
That's it. Antonio Burns. The other 0. Just a single 0, though, at the free throw line. Got zeros everywhere. All you got to do now is put a number that's not 0 in front of it and multiply my bank account. Wish it was that easy. And there you go. So Burns makes a pair. It's back to 10, 61-51. And we're getting ready to see the end of the quarter here. Last 5 minutes, just under. Lancaster inbounds. Williams racing down the court, into the lane, misses the layup. Here comes Detroit. Into the front court. Wide open three is up. No good. Ball tipped. Still on the ground, taken by Detroit. Top of the circle, swings. Burns with the ball. Going one-on-one against Williams. Now near side. Little fake. Driving down the lane. Kicks out. Swing pass. Burns tries a straight on three and hits it.
Great ball movement. Hitting open three. That's how you break a zone.
It's down to a single-digit deficit again at 7. Couple of defenders trying to attack Williams. He dishes it off calmly and gets the assist. Nice control from Williams. Into the lane. Floater is up. No good. Rebounded after the deflection. They're going to say self-pass, maybe?
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought there was a deflection there. You can catch your ball. You catch the ball, but if no one touches it, you can't catch it and to travel. But I thought it was deflected.
That's what I thought, too. But we don't matter when it comes to that. That is the
No,
ref's
we
call.
don't. We don't have a whistle, and we don't have striped shirts on. At least I don't.
Yeah, no, striped shirts are not my type of thing. Out of bounds. I'm much more into the tie-dye type of thing. I'm much more of a Bill Walton than a referee. So it's a 9-point lead for Lancaster. Under 4 to play here in the third. We have some free throws coming up.
Yeah, let's keep an eye out, everybody out there. There's 3 minutes, 48 seconds left, and it's a 9-point lead. Let's see what happens at the end of this quarter.
Free throw is good.
3:48 to play in the third quarter. Matt Nicoletti back in the ball game, and Big Al taking a seat on the bench. Second free throw is also good.
And the second free throw is good. So a couple of free throws for Detroit. Good job by McClurkin. And it's back to 7.
Yeah, that's 7 now. If Detroit can get a stop, a couple stops, a couple baskets, turn this game around, and the momentum going into the fourth. Let's see what happens.
So Lancaster has the ball. Holloway at the controls. Comes across midcourt. Gets a screen from Miller. Kicks it to Miller. He'll try a 3. Long. Tip is still loose. Ball is on the ground. Chased down by Detroit. Up across the timeline is Burns. Into the front court in a hurry. Kicks out far side. Bad pass, but good recovery. Swing pass one more and no good. That was a well-contested shot, just not a good shot.
And it looked like a little dance over there in the corner about stepping out of bounds, maybe.
Those corners do come up on you quick, especially some of these gyms.
Yeah, you have to have really good footwork, especially in the corner, so you don't step out of bounds or travel.
Miller with the ball. Gets it to Williams. Nice pass for Holloway. Good defense on the recovery by Detroit.
And that they got a turnover that they were looking for.
Yep. Excellent play by Detroit to keep their feet moving on defense and keep up with the ball.
And it looks like Lancaster's staying in that zone.
Sure are. It looks like a classic free zone.
It looks like a box and one now. They're chasing.
Oh, yeah, they are chasing Burns, it looks like. Shot is up. No good. He knew it right away. Tries to chase it down and does. Good hustle. Getting into the lane, kicking it out. Short corner, swing pass. And another step out of bounds.
That drives the coach crazy, Gary. Quit stepping out of bounds, guys. Come on.
That's like the 4th time that's happened today.
Yeah, it's just turnover. Another possession for the other team.
Under 3 to go in the third.
Makes it tough to come back if you keep doing unforced turnovers.
7-point game still. Rogers in the short corner post. Nice little ball fake down low for Holloway. Good defense. And we have a whistle. I think it was a loose ball foul. Question is on who.
Great cut. That was a great cut to the basket there by Holloway.
Justin Holloway from Columbus, Ohio. Try a free throw, and he makes it. Makes the second after a little roll. Back
Shooter's touch, Gary.
Shooter's touch. Burns gives it near side, driving down the lane, trying to finish, and does. Nice play from McClurkin.
That's called driving the gap in the zone. Did a great job with that and laid it up.
The analysis, Paul, as Miller tries to spin into the lane, gets double teamed, nearly lost it. Cross court, gets it out. 3 is up from Holloway, no good. Rebound is taken by Williams, who puts it in. Nice play from Williams.
That's one that Detroit has to clean that up. They have to get that rebound so they can make a run at this thing. Instead, Lancaster out hustles him and gets a bucket on the offensive glass.
And that one hurts. It's now a 9-point game, 67-58. Into the lane. What a finish. Strong move. Good control. I believe it was McClurkin again. And what a play from him. Miller catches the pass. Now for Holloway. Holloway lobs it for Rogers. Nice play and an easy finish.
Great touch pass by Holloway on that one. Sharing the ball. Touch pass. Give it right up in the shooting pocket of the guy laying it up.
We have a timeout, it looks like. So we will step aside with it. 69-61, minute 23 to go in the third. Gary Aid, Paul McKeskey here on PBA TV. Alrighty, we're back here on PBA TV. Gary Aid, Paul McKeskey. 69-60, Lancaster on top by 9 over Detroit. Detroit will inbound near the scorer's table. Gets it into Burns, right back to the inbound, and now into the short corner. Dribble drive down the baseline by McClurkin. Good defense cutting him off by Braddock, using that baseline as an extra defender, and he'll go out of bounds.
And at this point, Lancaster is winning the battle of the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds, like we talked when it was a 7-point game. Now it's 9 with a minute 15 left.
Good move. Good defense. Braddock. Burns gets it in control. Tries to kick it out. Get out of that danger zone. And goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Lancaster. An inbound. Gets it all the way up top. And the 3 is up. And it goes in. What a shot.
Off the glass, I think. Called bang.
Oh, man. What a shot that was. 69-63 as the clock expired, the shot clock that is. Under a minute to go in the third. Here's Williams, kicks it to the top of the circle. One-on-one action. Now into the short post. Back to Williams against Burns. Couple jab steps. Gets into the lane and has it taken away from behind. Good defense by Detroit. It's 3-on-2. McClurkin goes to the lane. Leaves it short. Offensive rebound. Back up. No, but a foul.
Now Gary, let's look into that turnover then. Detroit has little time on the shot clock. They take it out, kick it out to a 3. He banks a 3 in, so that's a 3-point difference. Then they go down the other end. They trap the ball, get a turnover, and now they're shooting free throws, and they can get this thing down to 5 points or 4.
Yeah, the really excellent turn of events for Detroit. You're absolutely right, Paul, as Sane makes the first.
And Gary, that all happened in like 30, 35 seconds.
It sure did. That's the thing with basketball, Paul. No lead is safe. It's a very fluid, fast-paced game. We've all seen it happen a million times.
That's why coaches have gray hair or, like me, no hair.
Hey, you know what? You save money at the barbershop. Holloway. Down low, gets it back. Nice play from Holloway. It goes in and out, though. And an offensive rebound is up and good. And another stare down from Rogers. He's either
Mr.
just...
Rogers. Man.
I think so. I think so. Wonder what kind of day in the neighborhood it is. Bad joke. You didn't watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. You didn't get it. I'm full of bad jokes. That's what I'm all about. And as this quarter ticks down, it'll end with a turnover. And Detroit down by 6, 71-65 with a second to go. So barring something weird, that'll be the score going into the fourth. Rogers throws it up, and that's that. So at the end of 3, it's 71-65 Lancaster on PBA TV. All right, start of the fourth quarter. on PBA TV. Lancaster up by 6, 71-65. Detroit trying to battle back in both the game and the standings, coming into the game at 5-3 in the thralls of the battle for a second playoff spot in the division. Lancaster, of course, the number 1 seed at 6-2, looking to solidify their playoff positioning. And they will inbound. It will be Rogers looking to get the ball inbound to start the final quarter. Gets it in for Williams. And that pressure defense we saw in the first half seems to be back for Detroit early on here anyway. And now more pressure being applied, and they do eventually call something. It's a travel, and that's a turnover for Lancaster. So the pressure comes out and bursts pipes right away.
Yeah, the Detroit Panthers took a 1 point away from the 7-point lead that Lancaster had at halftime. But unfortunately, if they would have closed out the third quarter, they could be down just 5 or 4 right now, and it'd be a different ballgame. But they're not out of it by any means, but they have to really clean up and be efficient in the fourth quarter.
71-65. 9:39 to go in the game. Detroit off the inbound. Tough spot to catch the pass. They do get it out to a better shot, and it goes in. What a shot from Sane.
Great timing for a 3-point shot for Detroit. Good shot by Sane.
Hobbling the ball is Miller. He controls and gets it back. Coming across the middle of the court is Smith. Byron Smith gets it over to Holloway. Holloway looking for Miller, finds him. Miller takes dribble, gives it back to Holloway on the cut. Now cutting down the lane and losing the ball looks like, is that Williams? It was who lost the ball. But they will retain possession. So Williams will be the inbounder. Gets it into Miller, back to Williams on the end around, goes right to the lane, finishes off the window. Nice play from Williams. 73-68. 8:50 to go here in the game. Near side, jab step, good baseline dribble, going reverse and finishing. What a play.
Great baseline drive, and then using the rim and using the reverse side to get it done. Great job.
Like Wade on that finish. Here's Holloway. Holloway gets into the lane, gets it blocked from behind. Good recovery.
He said, "Get that stuff out of here."
He did say that too, didn't he?
I heard him.
It's 73-70. Lancaster looking to get it inbounds, and they do. Miller will try a 3. No good. Rebounded by Detroit. They could tie or come within 1 here on this possession. McClurkin, dribble handoff. Now near side, Sane swing top of the key. Looks like Burns. Burns looking for a shot. Instead gets it down low. Montague will turn over and finish it up. Nice play.
Great job by Burns, not falling for taking a 3, driving it, and hitting the post for a bucket. Very nice, smart play.
No doubt about it, Paul. Now it's a 1-point game as Williams fights through some traffic, gets a good shot up, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound, tries to get it out of there, but the pass is deflected and taken away. Here comes Detroit back the other way, and we have a foul on the play. I believe it's going to go against Miller. 73-72, under 8 to go.
Does a great job. Instead of settling for like a floater, he took it right to the basket, made them create contact and get to the free throw line.
No doubt about it. And going to the line for those free throws. Missing the first.
Who's at the free throw line there, Garrett?
That's what I was trying to see. I don't have a good angle on the spot.
I think it's number 8. I think.
That's Anamelum. Anamaluna, excuse me. There we go. Had to get that pronunciation right. Apologize there. He does make the second. So it's a tie ball game. After that make, And now a near turnover for Lancaster. They do get it off, and Miller will try a straight on three. No good. Ball comes out long. Good chase down by Lancaster. Now down on the block, using some body. Can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound. It's stolen by Detroit, but I believe there was a call before the play. So Braddock using some force to keep that play alive.
And here's that 10% we talked about here. You brought it up earlier. It's tied up now, 7 minutes, 30 seconds left. Whoever's 10% better from now on in is going to win this game. It's very, very interesting.
This game has been a really competitive one. Lancaster has had a large lead at one point. I think 12 points was their top lead as Miller makes the first. I don't know if Detroit has ever led, but they've been right there the whole time, and they are again right now.
Yeah, they've made runs, haven't been able to get past breaking through and getting the lead yet, but the next 7 minutes are going to tell right now.
And it's a 2-point lead for Lancaster after the pair of free throws. 7:20 to go.
Actually, it looks like, I'm not sure, that Lancaster has switched from a zone into man-to-man defense. We'll see how that works out for them.
Yeah, that's been something that's been interesting to keep an eye on throughout this game too, Paul, is both teams really have gone through 2 or 3 defensive schemes throughout the game. They've rotated.
And that's when, at basketball at the highest level, that's when you start talking about teams and coaches making adjustments in the game. So a coach will make an adjustment, go to a zone, then the other coach has to make an adjustment and get into a zone attack, and then you switch back. So there's a lot of adjustment going on in this game, which is very, very good.
It's a high-level game, that's for sure, as Burns will bring it across midcourt. Crossover dribble. More dribbling, a lot of dribble in this possession. It ends with a 3 attempt, no good, rebounded by Braddock. Sane on the miss. And here's Williams across midcourt. Gets it over to Miller. Miller, with a much smaller guy on him, you'd like to see him maybe attack the basket or position himself, but he doesn't. And it ends with a turnover.
Guess what he did, Gary? He stepped out of bounds. Drive a coach crazy.
Well, these coaches are clinically insane then if that's the case, because that's happened about 6 times in this game. Burns gets it down low, tries to get it back out, but stolen away. Going the other way is Lancaster, tried to finish, no good, and a offensive rebound, fouled in the process. Initially, the first shot was taken by Purdue on the steal, and then the follow-up is Pierce, who goes to the line.
Yeah, Purdue did a great job on the defensive end, shooting the gap and getting that steal and creating a possession for his team.
75-73.
Yeah, at this point, both these teams are showing why they're 2 of the best in the league, but Lancaster is really showing why they are 6-2. They're just executing and limiting their mistakes and really staying poised under the defensive pressure of the Detroit Panthers.
That's an excellent bit of analysis, Paul. You're absolutely right. The way that the Panthers have applied defense all game, and for the Thunder to stay with it the way they have, excellent job indeed. And now we have a foul in the act, it looks like, as I think Montague will head to the line. Or is it Burns? Check it, Burns.
Yeah, it's so true, Gary, that Detroit is not giving up. They're attacking the rim just like they did here. They're getting fouled. They're getting open threes. They just can't get over the hump because Lancaster is staying solid.
A very good game. And a finish. Good shot from Jason Williams of Detroit. Oh, and a steal and a finish again. Wow, McClurkin. So just like that, we're right back in this thing.
Yep, you get a little turnover and a layup, and it just makes this game tighter and tighter.
77-74. We're approaching the midway point of the fourth quarter.
Lancaster Thunder will be shooting free throws for the last 5 minutes and 53 seconds of this ball game. Up by the slimmest of margin, 77-76. 5:53 to go in the ball game. Miller will inbound it, and he'll get it.
Pressure being applied from Detroit, and another steal. There it is, Paul. And a running layup is no good. Out of bounds off of Lancaster.
It's so true, Gary. Look at the defensive pressure. Detroit picking up, causing turnovers. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the layup to go, but this is going to be an interesting end of this game.
No doubt. And they say it went out of bounds off of Detroit. It looked for sure like it went off Lancaster, but Lancaster with the ball.
Maybe a little home cooking, Gary.
I don't smell anything, but you never know. And the whistle. Don't tell them when anyone stepped out of bounds again. We've seen that enough. No, I believe there was a contact. Looks like they're going to call a foul down low, so Braddock will head to the line.
Now, Braddock's been everywhere this game, Gary. He's scored in the post. He's scored on the outside. He's got offensive rebounds. Now he's getting to the free throw line. He's just been everywhere tonight.
Yeah, it's been a very exceptional game for him. Him and Rogers have really been forces down low. Miller's had some minutes, but aside from a 3 early in the first half, has really struggled today. So a lot of force from Braddock and Rogers, and then great guard play from Holloway and Williams have really keyed this Lancaster attack today. Braddock makes the second. 78-76.
And Lancaster is staying in that man-to-man defense.
They are. A little shake and bake move down the lane. Can't get it to go. Williams, but it is a foul, and he'll head to the line.
That's a great situation, Gary, where the Detroit Panthers realized they're back in a man-to-man and got out of their zone. So instead of just moving the ball around, they took it to the basket, drove, and created contact, and they're shooting free throws now, which is a double whammy for them because they can score points and keep the clock stopped at this point in the game.
That's a good point, Paul. And they can tie it up with this next free throw by Williams. It's up and good, so a tie game.
We were tied at 33. We were tied at 73. Now tied at 78.
Dangerous pass. Rogers with the catch right on the half-court line, able to keep his feet. Spins into the lane and finishes. What a play from Rogers.
A little out of control, but a great finish. It's going to be interesting to see how Lancaster handles Detroit's pressure at the end of this game because there's a lot of it.
Under 5 to go. One-on-one Rogers dealing with Sane. Sane, hesitation dribble. Now turns his back, spins, pulls up from the free throw line, and buries it. What an individual effort from Sane.
He's another player that's really shown tonight.
Should I call that an insane shot? Been waiting all game to use that one. Nice shot. And a bad miss, though, from Burns. Now Holloway comes away. Here he comes into the front court. It's 2-on-1. Tries to go for the big man down low and losing the footing going against the wall. Hopefully he's okay. And we have a steal. Hands off. And another steal. My goodness. Lots of contact going on right now as Holloway just pretty much clotheslined the guy.
This is what we talked about. The ability of Lancaster to stand up to the defensive pressure of the Detroit Panthers at the end of this game. It's a tie game, and that's what's going to, because they're going to continue to pressure. Detroit is, and Lancaster's going to have to deal with it and convert.
All righty, we're back. Fourth quarter, all tied up, 3:38 to go. I'll tell you what, Paul, you couldn't ask for a better finish.
No, this is a great game. It's going to end. The last 3 minutes are going to be so interesting to see and see how this thing turns out.
No question about it. And Lancaster on defense. Nice pass down low. What a run to the cup by McClurkin and a nice pass from Burns.
Great execution. And Gary, I think this is the first lead for Detroit in this game.
I think you're probably right, Paul. It's the first one I recall, and it's 82-80. They are adding some time to the clock. I did notice that before, that the clock was running during the timeout, so they added some time. So we're back to 3:45. Holloway misses the first free throw.
Going to see who imposes their will on this game more. It's what it's going to come down to. Can Lancaster, the number one team, stand up to the pressure of Detroit, or can Detroit overwhelm Lancaster and get a big, huge win for them, beating the number one team tonight?
And Holloway misses 2 free throws. Bad time to miss free throws.
For sure.
Burns comes across. Gets it to McClurkin. McClurkin one-on-one with Holiday. Hesitation dribble. Left to right. Keeps his dribble. Now tries to drive inside. Kicks out. Far side corner. Long three. No good. Off the front of the rim. Tipped off the legs of Burns, I believe. And it will be Lancaster ball.
Yeah, I'm not an armchair quarterback, but I am. Maybe not. Maybe it'd be a good time for Lancaster to go back to that zone a little bit here at the end of this game. It's been effective in the third quarter.
What are you kidding? You are like the definition of an armchair quarterback. It's your picture in the dictionary, Paul. You know that, right? You should get some royalties from that.
I'm an armchair quarterback that was actually a quarterback.
That's right. That's right. Now you're just in the armchair. That's all. Absolutely. You have every right to be an armchair quarterback.
Hey, this is Justin Holiday has to step up and make free throws now. It's huge.
No question. He's got a chance to redeem himself. And these are 2 big ones, obviously. Down 2. He does make the first. And I tell you what, those last missed free throws aside, Paul, Holloway has played a very good game.
That's very good all-around game for sure, Joe.
He makes the second, so those are big free throws and redeems himself, so it's back to 82 apiece. Approaching the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Burns across the timeline. Looking on both sides against McClurkin. McClurkin yet to dribble. There's sizing things up. Now puts the dribble down. Goes to his right. Goes to the rim. Leaves it out for Burns. Good defense by Lancaster. Burns puts it in. And the foul. But are they going to give him the bucket? I think they do. Yes. Okay. The signal is good. Oh, what a play from Burns.
That's one thing as a coach, you're going, no. Oh, good shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, huge play there, 3-point play. Huge.
No doubt about it. The clock is still ticking here. I think they'll probably add more time on the graphic as Burns makes the N1. Putting his team up 3. 2:12 on the clock at the moment. And here we go, Lancaster. Big 3 on the way. And it's good! What a shot from Williams!
Wow, big time 3. Right on time for Williams to tie this thing up.
What a shot and what a finish we have here, Paul. Under 2 to go. 2:28 according to the game clock. So the scoring graphic on your screen is about 30 seconds fast right now. 3 is up for Detroit, and they answer! Wow!
3 back-to-back huge plays here at the end of this game. Both teams playing excellent basketball. Very exciting.
So just over 2 minutes to go. 2:03 to be exact. Detroit's up by 3. Spin move into the lane, and it looks like he lost the ball. What are they going to say? Tipped by Detroit, they are. So bailed out there is Rogers. And now they're adjusting the graphic to match the game clock, so 1:56 is the correct time on the clock. Braddock. Is he out of bounds?
I don't know. They turned the ball over somehow. I'm not sure, but big play for Detroit. Detroit is on the road, number 1 team. They are tasting this victory now. They just have to keep their poise.
It's a very, very good game. Burns. Cuts. Backdoor. Nice feed. Blocked. What a play. Ball
Huge
loose.
block. Huge, huge.
That was enormous is right, Paul. And here comes Williams with a chance to tie with a 3 or come within 1 with a 2. Braddock hands it back to Williams. Slips the screen. Williams tries a 3, and he knocks it down.
Wow, that's a deep 3, Gary. There's some great plays going on in this game.
What a finish this is here in Ohio, Paul. Burns falls to the ground. Good presence of mind, gets it off. Baseline, driving, finishing. Nice play down the baseline, and Detroit back up 2.
There are clutch plays everywhere in this game.
Williams back at the controls. Spins, keeps his dribble, gets it to Braddock, hands it back to Williams. Braddock tries to clear some space. Williams a 3, and it's good again. Juwan Williams again, 3 in a row.
Wow, just spectacular basketball going on in the PBA.
Unbelievable. It's a great game. Lancaster now up 1 after the latest 3 from Williams. 43 seconds to go. This place is shaking. McClurkin going into the lane. Has it stolen away. Williams comes away. Up ahead for Rogers. Rogers on the layup. It's good.
It's so many plays. We're talking about the 10%, Gary. And now under the pressure of Lancaster, Detroit, when they feel pressure, they go behind their back, get the ball stolen, and give up a layup. A huge play, a mistake for the Detroit team, and a huge play for Lancaster. You cannot go behind your back in transition. They pay for it, and now they got a little uphill battle to get the win that they were smelling and tasting just 50 seconds ago.
We got about 30 seconds to go. You got the terrible towels waving too, Ohio style. So out of the timeout, it's Sane at the controls. Looks like Rogers might be grabbing his knee there a little bit.
That's not a good sign. You're right.
It's not.
He looks like he's coming out.
Stays in for now. But yeah, let's see. Oh, there he goes. In his place, looks like Braddock they brought in and Perry as well. So he's now pressuring. Getting to the lane is Burns. Burns might have gotten some contact there, and he does. Kel, Williams did a dance. Whenever you dance, it means you fouled someone.
Yeah, this is smart on Detroit's. Even though you're down 3, you do not need a 3 at this point. He went to the basket, stopped the clock, got fouled. He can make 2 free throws, make it a 1-point game. 15 seconds left, you go for a steal and then foul, and you still have an opportunity to win this game with a 2 or a 3.
That's good
very
point.
Smart.
Very, very good point, Paul. Way to break that down. And he does make the first free throw, does Burns. So it's now a 2-point game. And we have a timeout. Burns will have 1 free throw to shoot on the other end of it. And one thing to keep an eye out for, no Rogers here. And Burns does make the free throw. And there's the full court pressure you were talking about, Paul. And they draw contact. I believe McClurkin gives the foul, so that will be sending Bryson Smith to the line.
Really smart there. Detroit put their full court press on, which they do the whole game, and they're good at doing it. They didn't get the steal, so they fouled, and they're extending this game now. So now Lancaster is on pressure to make free throws, and Detroit, make or miss, grab the rebound, and you can tie or win this game.
With 13.9 to play.
This is what you kind of live for if you play or broadcast or coach basketball, Paul, are these late game situations. They're always full of pressure, and they're always so much fun. And a tough miss there for Smith. That one was in and out. You at least want to get 1 here. Keep it as a full basket lead. And they do. 14 seconds. Detroit Tie with a 2 or take the lead or even win it with a 3. Down to 5. Down to 3. Falls down! Oh, no! Oh, what a way to have the game come down. My goodness, let's see the call. But he just slipped.
Yeah, he just slipped. It looked like he traveled.
Burns arguing. Lancaster heading to the other side.
Yeah, it's a shame that, Detroit did it great. Lancaster missed a free throw, made the next one. Rather than call timeout, Detroit had the ball in the right person's hands. So you go down, you got time to get off a shot to win the game. And instead, you travel, create a turnover, and now Lancaster can seal this game. And if you go back, I know people are wondering, well, why did you talk about it 30 seconds ago? Because a Detroit player went behind his back and turned the ball over and gave up a layup to Lancaster. If not, Detroit would have a 1-point lead here, or it would be tied. So all those things, all those great plays that players were making in the last 2 minutes, open threes, taking to the basket, making free throws, they all come down to a couple bad mistakes and turnovers by Detroit, and they battled all game, and it's really frustrating. We'll see what happens here.
They have 2.1 seconds on the clock, game clock that is. And I do want to commend the presentation of this game by the Thunder. It was just spectacular. It's the best we've seen from a team around the PBA this year. And off the inbound, Burns fouls right away. I believe the foul was given with about a second to go.
So now Lancaster goes to the free throw line. If they make 2, the game's over. If they make 1, Detroit can call timeout, advance the ball, and I think there's 1.3 seconds left. You can run a half-court shot play and catch and shoot this to tie up or win this game, depending on what happens at the free throw line.
And again, it's Bryson Smith, a young guard out of Canton, finding his way to the free throw line in the most pressure of situations. And he misses.
He missed the first one.
The same sequence last time where he missed the first. He made the second. We'll see what he does here. And he misses both, but it's a long shot, and that's it. I believe that's going to be the game. It is. So there you have it, folks. 94-92 is the final. Lancaster survives. What a game. They moved to 7-2, dropping Detroit to 5-4. Back to talk about it on the postgame show after this on PBA TV. All right, welcome back into the PBA Game of the Week postgame report, brought to you by K-Swish, the official apparel company of the PBA. Gary Ade, Paul McKeskey, and we watched a great one today, Paul. No question about it. This game had a little bit of everything. Drama, a couple of mistakes down the stretch, big plays from both teams on offense and defense, lead changes, big leads, comebacks, blown leads. This game had everything. Unfortunately, had an injury too, but overall, just a tremendous game, and Lancaster survives. They move to 7-2, firming up their lead in the division and dropping Detroit to 5-4. And I'll tell you what, this might be the best 5-4 team I've seen, because whether they make the playoffs or not, we'll see. But this is a playoff quality PBA team in Detroit, and they gave Lancaster all they can handle.
Absolutely. Detroit Panthers are a very, very good team. They deserve to be in the playoffs. Unfortunately, like we talked about, Gary, 10% rule, right?
Yep.
Lancaster did 10% better things at the end than Detroit did. Detroit turned the ball over with a behind-the-back steal and a trip/fall for a travel that probably cost them the game and sent them to 5-4 instead of 6-3, which probably puts them in the playoff race. But all hats off to Lancaster Thunder. Their team, their coach, they're 7-2, and also their presentation, their graphics, the gym they play in, just top notch. One of the best we've seen all year.
Yeah, the best we've seen. I completely agree, and it's the type of thing that's a credit not only to them, but of course a credit to the PBA overall. Just a it's great to have teams like this who put on such a quality presentation and quality product. And the game went along right with it. Like we said, just a great game. Ends up a 2-point win for Lancaster in the end. So now it's time, Paul. Everyone loves it. What do we got? We got the Mr. Awards. I smell 3 Misters in this one. This is not just a 2 Mr. game.
It might be a 4 Mr. game. I'm not even sure. But I tell you what, though, Gary, both teams have a lot of good players on them.
They do.
And a lot of players that come up with big plays, big threes, big steals. Just really talented, 2 talented teams, 2 well-coached teams. Just a tribute to the PBA in general. But on Detroit Panthers, it's hard to pick somebody, but I'm going to pick Desmond Sade as Mr. He just did a little bit of everything and came through. However, Mr. McClurkin also played really well, so both of them. And on the Lancaster Thunder, I'm going to pick Sean Rogers Jr., Mr. Rogers, your favorite, because he was everywhere. And also, I'm going to give the other Mr. to Mr. Holloway. Wow. His points and everything might not have shown as well as some of the players, but he ran the team, kept them composed, was good under pressure. And I think he made a couple key free throws, even though I think he missed a couple. But those are my Mr. Awards for tonight. But a hard pick, Gary.
It's a hard pick.
There's probably 10 players, 5 on, that could have got it tonight. Yeah. Just a great game in general. Just fun to do.
No question. I'm going to go a little different than you. I'm going with 4 as well. 3 from Lancaster, 1 from Detroit. My Mr. for Detroit is Antonio Burns. I thought, especially in the second half after the injury, he controlled the game for the team. He was really the primary ball handler, primary playmaker, made a couple of big shots, drew some fouls, got an N1 or 2 in there. I thought he played great, so that's Mr. Burns. And on the other side of things for Lancaster, I have 3 of them. I agree with most of your picks. I have Mr. Holloway, I have Mr. Rogers, but how could you not have Mr. Williams? I mean, this guy just made 3 huge threes down the stretch of that game and snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, or victory from the jaws of defeat, I should say.
One of those, yeah.
One of those. One of those terrible sayings. So I thought he was the nucleus of this offense, really the whole game. Made some huge big play shots down the stretch when his team needed them. Mr. Williams, there you have it. Those are the Mr. Awards. As Paul said, impossible to pick just a handful because there were so many good performances in this game for both teams. Just a great performance.
Just a great game, Gary. It was so fun to do. And 2 high-level teams, high-level coaches. Just a credit to the PBA. Great job, exciting game all the way till the end.
No doubt about it. Final score, once again, 94-92. Lancaster outlasts the Detroit Panthers, and the Thunder moved to 7-2, while the Panthers dropped to 5-4. Big thanks to K Swish once again. For Paul McKeskey and our entire crew, I'm Gary Aids saying so long from Ohio. You've been watching the PBA Game of the Week on PBA TV.
This presentation of the Pro Basketball Association is presented by our sponsors. Benitez International Academy. Reach higher, no limits. With Benitez International Academy. Wilson Sporting Goods, the official basketball of the PBA. And Grip Spritz. Court traction is important. No licking, just sticking. With Grip Spritz.